Okay, so today is a seminar. We will pick those important topics or questions, highlighted one to you. For beginners, some of the students texted me, WhatsApp me. If you are beginners who don't have the software yet, either SketchUp or Lumion, no worry, because you're welcome to learn for your future. Okay, learn it now. You'll see how we did it, then so that you can apply it in the future. Okay. So first, let me have a brief introduction about myself, so that you know who is speaking to you. I am Mr. Rox, Roxas Young. You can call me Mr. Rox, the course instructor and director of Creator Design Studio. I was an ex-design staff in a Veritas Design Group, if you heard it before, and conducting design software course since 4 years ago. And here's some key awards that you can refer, but not so important, just a few of the champions. Okay. First question for every one of us here to think, okay, for 70 plus of us to think, how many software do you think you have to learn in your architecture studies? In your architecture study, how many software do you think, you expect you have to learn in architecture software, in architecture studies, year 1, year 2, year 3, sum it up, masters, okay? One cukup tak? Okay, 5, 10, or how many? Yeah, you can guess it at the chat box. I am watching also. Yeah, see siapa betul lah. Oh, 5, I reckon 6, more than 10, okay? Quite true, as many as can. Yes, this one, brilliant, genius answer. So, okay, let's see lah. Okay, so here is the challenges. 10 to 20 years ago, when our lecturers generation, okay, they study architecture like 10 to 20 years ago lah. Okay, the software that they have to learn, mandatory, compulsory, is maybe only 1 to 4 only, right or not? Right or not? Yes. You imagine what software they have to learn. Basically, AutoCAD and a few little. So I would say maybe less than 3, generally. So, but now 2021, right now, how many software you have to learn? You can see here. Here is some of the most popular one that I picked them and put it here for you to visualize it. But if you really want me to recommend to answer, at least I will pick Photoshop, Lumion, Revit, SketchUp, AutoCAD lah, for sure. So at least 5 of them, better for you if you know Premiere Pro also for video editing now, because every day, every design class you have to present online. So a PowerPoint also very important, because PowerPoint you actually can create animation that out of your expectation. Okay, and okay, some other worth to mention, V-Ray, Enscape, Twinmotion, Rhino. Okay, so answer is 6 to 10 around. Yeah, so if you learn them each semester, you learn one software, you master one software, enough or not? Not enough. Okay, maximum you only learn 6 software only. And nowadays, most of the studios only start learning software at Studio 3 or 4. So mana cukup time. That's why students stress and not enough sleep. Now you know why the reason. So here's Creators. Our holistic mission is to make creative easier for you. We are the stairs. We want to be the ladder to bring you to the next levels. Step on us, on our shoulders. We want you to work hard to harvest your best result in your studies, in your architecture. 让创意更容易，让学习有效率，有押韵。This is in Chinese. Okay, so that's why we keep conducting trainings for students, for junior designers. Okay, not only students, those practicing also. We in the company, in corporate also. More than 250 training hours, and we assisted more than 100 university students who registered with us the courses in the end, we'll share a little bit about the courses, but today will be mainly about SketchUp and Lumion tips for you. And we provide awards also if you reach the requirements. So we do collaboration with schools. For example, this is with Utah Architecture Society. And we provide courses. This is one of the many, one of the 5 courses we do, which is the upcoming intakes. But I'm not going to share this so much first now. At the end, maybe we want to be interactive in the sessions. So if you have any questions, you have any concerns, like my voice is not clear enough or the background music is too loud, always text me at the chat box. We need your supervision. So appreciate it. And you can type your questions regarding SketchUp and Lumion anytime from now onwards in our chat box. Maybe not all we will answer, not all be able to answer at this limited time, but we will try our best. And we will select. And so it's going to be interactive in the chat box. So firstly, for Creator members, I see some of you. For students who attended our class before, or attended our seminar before as well, our previous seminar, our last seminar, please give us a roll of C at the chat box now. If you attended our design seminar last year, our workshop, or you attended our course like Photoshop, SketchUp, please give us a roll of C at the chat box now. Give us some response, okay? But if you don't give, I also don't care, but better to give, okay? More interaction. We appreciate that. Yeah, it's like that. First is material overlap, flickering, blinking. How? Yes, tell us in the chat box if you have some idea. Material overlap, blinking. You know, when we tilt in the Lumion, some material, when it overlaps, keep flickering, keep blinking, very annoying. Is it right? Right? Delete surface in SketchUp. That's the very direct method. But if we don't want to delete it, you don't want to go back to SketchUp, any options? If you don't want to go back to SketchUp, okay, let me try to find some example for you. Okay, I will strictly tell you the keywords. Okay, in Lumion, I use back this model. Okay, and see is there anything overlapping. Let's check it out. Our Lumion tools, our Lumion model here. Okay. Okay, let's go to material and pick the material that is overlapping. Then in Lumion, you can only go back to SketchUp. Okay, now onwards, you can solve it in Lumion only. Go to the settings here, settings, okay. Expand this, go to settings, and then go to flicker reduction. Flicker reduction. See the name, you'll understand already. You reduce the flickering effect. Okay, so you can slide it to the left or to the right until the flickers gone. So this is very precious, very crucial, especially when you are exporting animations. Okay, if otherwise the things will keep flickering and it's very, very annoying. Okay, so maybe for those who haven't started Lumion yet, like maybe you are beginners, so I'm telling you some very advanced tips. Okay, so you note it down. In future, it will save you time, save you some sleeping hours, so that you have more time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we find some example. This is it. This is the blinking I mentioned. Just imagine when you do an animation in this view, when you pan through these angles, it keep blinking. Okay, it's so annoying, so asing, right, in Chinese. So what you can do is, because in SketchUp you are making 2 materials together. So if you don't want to go back to SketchUp to change it, you want quick, fastest method in Lumion, pick one of the material. Okay, this material, then flicker, try to slide it, ping. Okay, slide it until the flicker was disappeared. Slide until it disappeared. Okay, yeah, no more. Okay, Lumion understand you, but you understand Lumion or not? Okay, time to learn Lumion. All right, first question solved. Pretty cool, yes, cool, right? We learn cool stuff. We only learn cool stuff. Okay, next question. What Lumion effect must adjust? Ooh, many beginners, they never apply Lumion effects, and they say Lumion render fake is not realistic enough, but they never apply Lumion effects. As you can see, many examples that I showed just now, indeed for the industry, for the company. It's all done in Lumion. So whose fault in this? Whose fault in this? Okay. So you have to master the effects. You have to get familiar with the effects in order for you to produce a realistic view, a realistic shoot. So okay, and let me go to photo. So let's say this is a night view. Wow. So here is the effects that FX, okay, effects that we mentioned. Of course, there's some preset styles here. There are 8 preset styles here. But this is like when you are kalam kabut, no time to adjust, then okay, maybe you can try realistic, or if you are interior, you can try interior, or maybe color sketch is quite recommended because it covers many flaws, 盖掉很多的隐藏掉很多的瑕疵 in Chinese. Okay, so color sketch is very suggested when you are rushing. Okay, color sketch you can achieve some of the example we showed just now, still remember, like this color sketch. This is color sketch effect. So the lecturers or the panel will less focus on the details when you use color sketch, because it becomes more conceptual. Okay, but if you want to make realistic, this tool, if you don't have time. But if you have time, don't use this custom style. This preset style is a lot of flaws. Okay, not good enough. So so you can see the effects I use. Okay, I go to, let's say, I go to FX. Okay, so there are a bunch of effects here, but which of them are recommended? It's like the plugins. So many plugins start from there. Okay, and now I'm gonna give you keywords, the few very must adjust effects for you to go to keep on the learning. Okay, we have a few pages of effects. Okay, and so let's see my slides. Prepare especially for attendees of today's seminar for you students, dear students. Okay, this is the must effect. Okay, I cover this part. This one we make it exclusively for the visualization class course students. Okay, who want to register in the end of today, by the end of after this class. Okay, so let you see these must columns. Okay, among them, very important, ramble, reflections. Reflection is so crucial. They must adjust. And fog is quite important also when you want to make the skies in Lumion become white. Okay, many students, they have these issues, or junior designers when they render in Lumion, the sky is very blue, very saturated. But if they go to the color correction part to adjust it, let's say make it less saturated, the whole image become less saturated. But what if we want to make the sky only to become less saturated? The other remain. We can use these tricks, these hacks. It's good. We adjust fog like SketchUp. Okay, so we make the background become very white. So fog is quite important also. 2-point perspective is the crucial one. Studio 2, Studio 3, listen carefully. 2-point perspective. And shadow. Okay, shadow. Okay, one thing that people don't know is that important is sun. Yeah, actually the sun position is very crucial. For example, because the sun will decide where the shadow is gonna be directed. So for example, you can see these effects only achieved not in Photoshop. This is not touched up in Photoshop. This image totally not touched up in Photoshop. I can delete those arrows. Okay, this is fully done in Lumion only. Haven't go into Photoshop. What if we go to Photoshop? Next level, award-winning level. So sun position, you see how important it is. Okay, I never say must be put inside the image because many people, many students' mistakes is they put their sun, include their sun into the view, and end up the main subject of that image become so dark. Okay, it was shaded in gray. It's like you are a actor, actress, but no lights shoot on your face. It's too dark. That's not good. Okay, so we teach our students to avoid that mistake. And okay, this also. Okay, you can see here we have a very bright spot. Okay, this is how we plan our sun position. It should be taught in the class detailedly, carefully. So here's the keywords for you. The must effects for Lumion. How about the workflow? Okay, next question, workflow. Okay, especially for those who are new to Lumion, workflow, render workflow, new to rendering. Okay, I prepared a slide for you. Okay, this is the second question in Lumion, workflow. So okay. Firstly, you've done your modeling first, about 75%. This is the guideline lah. Okay, the benchmark about 75. No need 100%. Don't do until 100%. Only you put in Lumion. It's a bit too late, a bit wasteful. Start from 75% onwards. You can import it in Lumion because, like the question our friends asked just now, it can be updated from SketchUp to Lumion. Okay, how to update? Very quick lah. Okay, we take care of some of our year 2, year 1 students. Okay, so we show them lah. Like, okay, zoom out and then I will go to import category. Okay, this is Lumion 10. If you are using Lumion 9, 8, it's quite similar, just slightly different position only. Pick your model first. There's a refresh button again. If you have changed the file name or changed the photo location, hold alternate, press it. The icon will be different. Then you'll find your new SketchUp files if you want to update them in a different name. But if same name, just hit it once if it is at the same name, same position. Okay, answer the question already. The second question in Lumion, our workflow. Then check your model. There are some guidelines, some checklists that we make for our students, some issues that you have to avoid in SketchUp, something we have to hide it in SketchUp, let's say the trees, then only we import and other things. Then save it in the right version in SketchUp. The latest version, let's say 2021, if you save it in 2021 SketchUp, in Lumion you cannot load it. In Lumion 10, you cannot load it. In Lumion 9, 8, all this previous version, all this existing Lumion version cannot load 2021. Unless there are new release that I don't know lah. Okay, so in SketchUp when we are saving the time, we have to save it in an earlier version. And take attendance. Later we'll come up with an Instagram post sharing like how many students is attending our seminar as a record lah, as a testimony also, so that in future more students can get benefits from this kind of sharings. Yeah, so help us to share in Instagram, in Facebook, verbally, WhatsApp with your friends, Telegram, about this kind of seminar, this kind of courses is available for them. This kind of stairs is available for them to step on our shoulders to achieve higher. Okay, back to our SketchUp workflow. So then save it in an earlier version is in the SketchUp, the right version. Okay, and then choose the camera angles is the next things. Because we have shared about this in our last seminars. Okay, this seminar will proceed next levels and update materials, set Lumion layers, and then you start to place object. Do you know about mass placements that you can put many different types of trees, many different types of cars and humans, sekaligus. No need to put them one by one. Okay, go to explore mass placements, object. Okay, then mass placement, place. Okay, place first. Then by default is this one by one. Okay, yeah, single placement, but you can choose. Okay, let's say I go to trees lah, mass placement. Then I actually can start to drag, and then hold control. You thought end already, not yet. Hold control. Yes. Okay, then we can increase the number of items if we want. Okay, then also many things we can change. We can add varieties of trees also. This applies to cars, to human also. So if you want to choose 3 reasons why Lumion than other rendering software. Okay, 3 reasons. Creator students, Creator members, do you still remember? We shared this before. What is the 3 reasons? They give us some reasons why Lumion as compared to other software at the chat box. Why Lumion? You can give us, if anyone can give us some reasons also. Why Lumion? Why Lumion? Give you 1 minute to think. 3 reasons to use Lumion. Of course, there are some pros and cons as compared. I also experienced some other rendering software before. Okay, but in overall, what is the advantage in Lumion? Okay, some quick guidance. If you want to make it smoother, you can go to the setting icon. You can reduce your editor quality. Okay, when you are new to Lumion, you can adjust it to reduce the resolutions and the quality, and then disable the high quality trees for you to have a greater editing experience. It doesn't affect the final result. It's not depending by this setting here, but it will improve your editing qualities. If your computer is not, you want to improve the smoothness of it. Okay, yes, our friend Hanifah's object mass. You mean mass placement, right? Yes, this is one of the reasons. Okay, Lumion, firstly, Lumion is have a lot of good objects. Okay, especially trees. So landscape architect students, they like to use, landscape designers, architects, they like to use Lumion as well. Okay, as I've witnessed before. Like the video I showed just now, the landscape, I'm working it with landscape architects. So they have varieties of objects, including trees, that is somehow is also movable when you have set it well, movable object. So the second reason is very animation friendly. So it's good for you to make video, compile the video, everything can be done in Lumion. Like no need for you to master Premiere Pro or other video editing software. Of course, if you learn it, you can edit more things, you can adjust more things, but it's enough for us to produce video clips. Okay? Like we can compose it here with the effects. And the third reason is it has quite a lot of things to set, where you can make it. And once you set, you can preview it immediately. You don't need like let it load for 1 hour, then only you can see the preview. This is like very fast. Of course, it might be not the fastest as Enscape, as Twinmotion or something, some software like that. But this allows you to have the flexibility to make a lot of settings. Okay, let's say if I disable the 2-point perspective, then I can immediately see the difference here. When I press it once, it will preview it like that has a preview, not just like 5 seconds, no need hours. If you're using V-Ray, it takes 20 minutes, 15 minutes, to preview it. Okay, so wow, we have answered a lot of questions in this workflow. Okay, so this part we leave it to the exclusively for the registered students, okay, or else they feel like we pay already. Why all students also can see? No, okay, so we make some premium for them. Okay, question number 9. Woo! You have already done about 8 questions in SketchUp, and this is the 3rd question in Lumion. How to use Material ID? Wah, apa ni Material ID? What is Material ID? You can answer in chat box. Is there any website that provide more options for Lumion? Okay, later we answer. How to use Material ID? Okay, this Material ID, Material ID is for what? It's like for the professional renderer must know this. This is very important for serious renderer. Okay, I find some example for you. I straightly open my Photoshop file for you to see. Material ID is important when you want to post editing it. For example, in Photoshop, launching Photoshop. See, so many software you have to learn, right? If you are a very disciplined person, you wake up very early in the morning and then start learning software every day, even without project, even during sem break, you also learn it with a good motivation, self-motivation, then congrats, okay? But many of us is not as disciplined as that, okay? Then I will tell you, like, you have a long journey to go if you are not that kind of person. It's gonna be, you will have many nights, sleepless nights, zombie kind of experience throughout your studies, okay? For those who are doing master, you understand, okay? So our advice is start learning early, find the right guidance for yourself, for your own good, for your own career, for your own academic performance. So this is the Material ID I mentioned, Mat ID. So it's generated from Lumion. This is done by me, okay? Preliminary, haven't put in the trees, but feel like too lazy already, so use this to submit. Okay, so this is Material ID. So each material of the model is defined with a specific color, unique color, doesn't repeat. So let's say I don't want, for example, I don't want the sky. Okay, this is Lumion sky. Okay, originally it's like this. This is from Lumion settings, all the nice effects, professional effects. Okay, let's learn in the class. Let's say if you don't want a sky, okay, Photoshop skills, take note, Magic Wand. I will not go deep because today topic is not Photoshop. Many of us will use, let's say Magic Wand now, okay? We select the sky, but a bit hard to select, or even those are adjust tolerant, also AAA, okay, it takes time because the sky got a lot of difference in tone. So Material ID here become very handy. Where we go to this Material ID, we use the same tool, we pick this, so the whole sky is selected. Then we go to here, okay, we can hide it already because we want to get the bracket, the exact bracket. Then we can, for example, okay, then we can delete it already, or I will use select inverse and then like this. Okay, so we get the transparent background already. Okay, this is how we go. Okay, and then let's say I create a background, yellow, put behind. Yes, how easy is it? So material ID, something you have to know, something you have to learn. Cool, yes. So happy to hear that. Okay. There are some flaws here, to be honest, because I updated this drawing, but I haven't updated my material ID. So some flaw, okay, but never mind, it's not a problem. So where to get this material ID? Yeah, Nathan, wow, okay. We like to see your expression at the chat box, everyone. Not only the sky, the building, some parts of it also can hide, also can delete. Also can use clipping marks, another keyword in Photoshop. You know it if you enter our Photoshop class before. Okay, let's say how to generate the material ID. I pick, let's say, one of this image. Okay, let's say this lah. Then I go to render photo. Here we go, additional output. This is available at Lumion, I think 9 and onwards lah. Okay, and then you have this material ID map. 10, Lumion 10, for sure you have. 9, I'm not sure. Macam other, material ID. Okay, other is not so important. Not that important, okay. The crucial one must know is material ID for maximum editability. Ooh. All right, question answer, yes. Yeah. Great response from you. Question 10, the last question that I will share that prepared by me based on the student frequently asked question is video render super long time. Video render super long time. Whew. How? Okay, you can start to type a question also. We'll pick one to fill in our blank later. Our question 11. So video render super long time. Macam mana ni? Okay, a few things to know. Okay, in two years before, 2019 and before, many students and many lecturers, to them, video animation is optional, very subjective. If you want, you do. If you don't want, never mind. Okay. But for me, since my Studio 3, I made my first video animation because that time I participated in a facade design, international design competition. So that time at my Studio 3, year 2, I start to learn video animation. And at Studio 4 studio submission, and presentation, I did a video. So, you have to become outstanding. And many people focus on the physical model and then you focus on another things. Easily you become outstanding. Okay, so yeah, to be creative, one of the ways is to be outstanding, like different from the others. So do you want to be outstanding? So when everybody is doing video, that time, how to become outstanding? You do VR or you do augmented reality. Call your lecturer to open the apps, teach them how to visualize it on their phone. Okay, so don't just be the followers of the trend. Okay, you make the trend. Creator members make the trend. So just now I mentioned 2019, but during the pandemic, everyone presenting online. So I heard in many schools, video submission become is replacing the physical model submission. It becomes like somehow it's compulsory already. Yeah, so many people regret never start exploring it earlier. Okay, of course, in many competitions, video animation has been compulsory since years ago, since long time ago. Okay, let's look at some of the video settings. Okay, again, show you. Okay, as you can see, this is one of the video I want to show you just now, but cannot play. But you can see in the preview, although a bit laggy, but you still can see, wow, there's a kind of like section plane that is going upward. The building is like growing. Okay, this is like next level for you. Nice. Okay, another view. Okay, a bit laggy for that because I haven't exported. Okay, this is the preview version. Foreground, background. Yeah, background is blurred, like you are using a DSLR. You are the director of a movie shot. Okay, bokeh effect we call it. This is using the depth of field. Just now the moving section plane is using keywords again for you. Is using advanced move with clip plane. Clip plane is one of the object in Lumion. It's extra knowledge for you. Go to explore. This is the keyword. Clip plane, advanced move. Okay, about the settings. So they use star to rate 2 star, 3 stars, frame per second. Yeah, let's start from frame per second, FPS. Most of the video in YouTube is 30 frames per second, as you know. Okay, and the things that the problem is Lumion 30 frames per second is very good. It's like as good as almost 60 frames per second. So for me, my suggestion is actually you do 25 frames per second also good enough already. Don't waste your time on that. like before your submission, every minute is so precious, right? So go for 25 lah, okay? And if you don't have time, go to 2 stars, because 2 star and 3 star have a big difference. And if you don't have time, go to 720. If you have time, go to 1080. But these two doesn't make that much difference. 720 to 1080 resolution doesn't make that much difference. The thing that makes much difference is 2 star to 3 stars. Of course, if you have, I think most of students don't have that much time to go for 5 stars. Okay, so we no need to consider that. Only if you have super long time to prepare, like for competitions, then you can try 4 or 5 stars. Otherwise, 2 star for quick one, 3 star for if you have more time. And then not only that, not that superficial, okay? What effects some of the students, even they use 2 stars, 720, still very slow. Why? I will tell them, okay, as a students, a few students asked me before, I tell them some effects that you have to close it, unfortunately, if you have no time. We understand that, we've gone through that, no time to render. Tomorrow is presentation. Hours later is presentation. We know that. So in that case, you have to sacrifice, you have to off some of the effects. What is the effects that you have to off in order for quicker experience? Reflection, cloud, especially you have moving cloud. These two, switch it off, your rendering, exporting time improves a lot. Of course, there are some other effects also, but these two is so far we discover that you can try. If you have new discover, PM me also. Let our library of knowledge become more complete. Okay, so this is the setting effects for you to make quick video animations be exported. And an advice is better don't export it sekaligus like a 3 minutes video. No. Don't sekaligus export a 3 minutes video. You're gonna take maybe 6 to 8 hours, for example. Okay, even 1 minute. If you really have no time, you want to go to sleep already, you want to let it load. Okay, 1 minute. You can let it load. Maybe it takes 3 hours. For example, 3 hours. Okay. The best way to export is actually like this. Export the clips one by one. Okay, I call this clip. You can see clip. Export them how one by one. Render clip. This one is the more friendly way, because each of the clip is a few seconds only. Let's say 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Each footage about 5 seconds, 10 seconds. So if you click export, it takes maybe 20 minutes only, 15 minutes only for video okay. Of course, image is just few seconds, few minutes only. Okay, for video, I'm saying if you are doing V-Ray 3ds render video, it takes days. It's different. Okay. So what we suggest is the best way is export clips by clips. So in case it has some errors, some blue screen, then you still survive. You still have some clips. Don't sekaligus export 3 minutes. And don't make a full follow camera. Okay, make it into different clips. You are not making the EXO, the Korean group. You are not taking MV for them. One shot. Don't use one shot. Okay, take different angles. From here, from entrance, from the roof, from the interior. That's better. Don't make it all connected. That's boring. Okay. Woo. Okay, now is the question. Last question, fill in the blank. We will pick questions. Yes, time to interact. We are so excited that almost all students still here. Actually, if I recognize the students that he actually accidentally dropped, our admin will still admit them. So if you have friends, they're registered already, but they somehow late enter or drop, you can let us know. We will still admit them. We will try our best to help more students. Make the effect going from bottom to top in video. I'm also moving doors. Okay, I tell you the question from Rance. Okay, a quick one I show you. Smooth. Okay, I go to build mode. Okay, fly high. Go to import. Object, under utilities. Yes, you can see this is a clip plane. Okay, this is actually not suitable for you to make sections. It's not that good enough to make sections. Okay, but it's good for you to make animation like this. This clip plane. So this is the grid. And then later in the effects there, I make this clip plane move because it's one of the object also. So it's movable. So in the video, we make the clip plane move. I go to advanced. Oh, not this one. The clip plane. Yeah, I tell you the keywords. You can move all these elements. So I use either is move or advanced move. Okay, advanced move with the clip plane. And how about the door moving? Okay, that one you have to Also, it's about advanced move. You rotate it, you set a original position and then the end position, and then of course that door pieces you have to import separately, like different model, but put them at the same place. But for doors, I suggest you don't spend time on that lah. Okay, door not that crucial. Let's say for just now that the video I did for my company, the LED screen rotating, that one no choice, you have to present it to your client. So that one I import it differently, a different SketchUp model import into Lumion, place that at the right position. Okay, in Lumion you have like align tools for you to put it at the right position. Then we can use advanced move to rotate it. Okay, hope it answered your question, Rance. Okay, is there any website that provide more objects for Lumion, something like a warehouse? Actually, yes, but I tried before, but not so successful. Yeah, material easy lah, okay, but object not so successful. But there are solutions. Everything you import from SketchUp. Okay, previously I did a project which is a project in Cambodia for a client, and then in Cambodia they are like Thailand. They have the tutu. You know tutu. The tuk-tuk, sorry, not tutu, it's tuk-tuk. Tuk-tuk don't have this object in Lumion or how? Tuk-tuk. Then our solution is we go to SketchUp warehouse to download, then import it into Lumion. Team settle. Everything in SketchUp warehouse, you can put it into Lumion, import into Lumion as an object, as an imported object. Okay, exact steps you show in the full course, in the complete visualization course. Okay, any more question I'm missing? I hope it answered your question just now, my friends. Jess, if we exploded all in SketchUp, will the material application in Lumion be one by one or single group? Okay, Lumion will not recognize your group in SketchUp. This is the thing. They will not recognize it. So if you want to let them to able to, like, for example, just now the LED screen I mentioned, you want to like able to move it in Lumion differently, adjust the position, you have to import it separately in Lumion. Separate SketchUp file. Okay. If at future I've shown the Cambodia project next time, it has the tuk-tuk, which I imported separately from SketchUp into Lumion. All right. Pre-existing building. Okay, that one. My method is I model it in SketchUp. Okay, I model it in SketchUp. There are few possible solutions. One is you go to SketchUp warehouse to find, do they have the map, the surrounding context at that position. Okay, the 3D warehouse. For your knowledge, KL City, yes, city center, they have the 3D model with like the real image texture facade, photographic facade. So it's very good for us to apply. But out of KL City centers, let's say in Ipoh, in Kelantan, in Perak, you mostly don't have that. So you have to get the 3D surrounding context and give you a keywords. Okay, previously I shared with our students how to get the surrounding context quickly. So many people listening. The keywords for you, catmapper.com. Okay, mapper.com. Okay, this is why you need seniors or the real experts in the industry that only, because we spend many years or times on that, on modeling, on rendering. Okay, and here you can get context. I will not show the exact steps we show in the visualization class. All right. So here comes an end of the question session. If you have questions, you still can put it in the chat box. We have time, we answer. So it's time to help yourself to become a creative and leading designer. If you are very interested in a friendly and effective learning experience, this is a good news for you. Pick up your phone and WhatsApp us now to join our upcoming intake before the registration deadline. See you in our training.